What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously our audio is messed up, so I'm gonna be giving you guys a point-by-point voiceover of what we got from Vibrant and how it's gonna be effective in the future. So the first item would be, if I'm not mistaken, these are the aluminum end tanks for the new intake, because we got a 4.5-inch intake from Vibrant. So I'm excited to add this to the car, as the one we have is only 3.5 now. Here are the end tanks, aluminum of course, and I can't wait to get it on the car. Oh, Rally Fabrication out in Long Island will be doing all of the work. I'll show you guys what the work will look like in the future. But yeah, let's get the second end tank out of there, put it on the table, and on to the next part. So the next part we have, this would be, if I'm not mistaken, the hose and fitting installation toolkit. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've installed some of these hoses, and by hand, they're not easy. The lower numbers are probably easy, but when it comes to like 16, 20 AN, they are very difficult to do it by hand. So kudos to me for doing that. But anyway, the hose install kit, I can't wait to start using it. Thank God I have this. All right, next up, what do we got here? This is our 4.5 intercooler core, and I can't tell you how excited we are to have a new intercooler that's actually larger and will allow more airflow and more cooling efficiency. And if you guys don't know, Vibrant makes some of the best cores in the business. So if you do need an intercooler core, don't be afraid to reach out to Vibrant. They've, hooked it up, of course. I'm excited to be able to put it on the car. I'll give you guys a rundown of how it looks and how everything goes and when the car is done, because I'm excited to see what we have in store for you guys. All right, next up, what do we got here? I believe this is the steel braided line dash 20, if I'm not mistaken, for the radiator and coolant system. Now, I've never ran any kind of AN lines on the car. This will be the first time we're putting AN lines on the car, so I'm excited. I hear so many good things about it, and just excited to get this on the car. So dash 20 AN fitting. It looks massive, let me tell you. So, what's up next? What are those? Oh, the pie cuts. Yep, pie cuts. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had no idea what a pie cut was. No, not an inkling. I'm not a welder. I don't really know much about it. I would like to sort of learn a little bit about welding, to be honest, just so, any quick jobs, I can be able to do that. But I don't really know much about welding. So I was told 90-degree pie cuts and 45-degree pie cuts are your best friends in terms of making bends and making turns in titanium piping. And for those that don't know, we are doing a full change up and routing of the charge piping system that goes into the car. It'll be full titanium, and we are excited to get it on the car. Typically, you don't see these types of setups on a Mitsubishi Evo 10, and you don't really see these type of setups in general. So I'm excited, to give this idea to the welder and see what type of, brainchild he comes up, and we can work on it and sort of retool where things need to go and how things need to be set up. So I'm excited about it. So next item on the list. What do we have? I'm not sure. I did not show it. It might be our fittings. Those for sure are fittings. Oh no, those are well bungs. So those are the new well bungs that will go onto the radiator. Yes, because we need the dash 16 and dash 20. What else do we have here? Let me see. Again, don't follow whatever's going on in the video. Audio just got messed up. 100% my fault. Those are more fittings. Also more fittings. I think those are the dash 16 or dash 20 fittings. Yeah, those are dash 20 for those hose lines. These look like they're probably dash 8, because we got a lot of dash 8 for like our fuel system, in dash 8 and dash 6 for our fuel system, etc. So what I'm holding in my hand right now is the tape that you need to wrap around the hose before you cut it. So what do we have next? Okay, So these look to be the HD clamp alignment tool. And if you don't have these and you're trying to put on the Vibrant HD clamps, you're gonna have a hard time doing it. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, we got a few of those just in case one got messed up and we might need another one. We had an assortment of fittings. We had a bunch of Dash 8, bunch of Dash 6 because like I said, we're redoing the fuel line. Radium was kind enough to send us over a fuel cell. We got a 10-gallon one because typically when we go around turns with some of the hill climbs, we do have some fuel starvation if the tank isn't full. So with the new radium fuel cell, we'll be able to, have no fuel starvation because it's a surge tank, and it'll help us more. What do we have here? What's next? What's next? Those are all fittings. What else? Those are two AN wrenches. If you're trying to do AN lines without AN wrenches, God bless you, because those things came in so handy. So thank you, Vibrant, for sending out this stuff, man. This was a game changer, and we truly appreciate it. What do we have here? What else do we? It's just an assortment of fittings. Those are PTFE washers for the fuel system. So what's next? What do we got? What do we got? Those appear to be just more fittings. We got an assortment of fittings. Like I said, we were doing the entire fuel system, so we needed a bunch of fittings to be able to make everything work properly and things like that. What else we got? I'm not showing you in the camera, so it's tougher to see. This looks like AN hose, a shorter AN hose, probably a Dash 6, a Dash 8. We got more PTFE lines. Here they are. These are Dash 6 or Dash 8, one of the two, because we got, again, Dash 6 and Dash 8. Here's more lines. That looks like probably the Dash 16 line, because I know the Dash 20 came in the box and the Dash 16 came in a bag. So that looks like a Dash 16. More fittings. What are we doing? Yeah, disinspecting it, because we got an assortment of regular lines, and then we got PTFE lines. PTFE lines we can only use for the fuel system, because the regular lines, after a while the fuel starts to seep through it because it's rubber, and it just doesn't go well. So the PTFE is if I'm not mistaken, like plastic lined or something like that. That thing I just put down is an aluminum 90 for when we put the new turbo on. So thank you, Vibrant, for sending that down. That is a pack of Vibrant AN wrenches. They work wonderful. They're not adjustable, but they're for each size, from I believe 4 all the way to 16, if I'm not mistaken. What else do we got? What else? What's next? Can't make this out. It looks like Dash 16. All right, so what do we got next? We have, I believe this is more fittings, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are more fittings. And I think they put a bunch of the same fittings in one box, so it's not too much, little plastics and things like that. So it makes it easier to separate and things like that. What I have in my hand there is the Vibrant pinless HD clamp assembly. Really excited for these. They are a game changer. If you haven't seen these, go to Vibrant's website, check these out. These are awesome. I'll have a detailed sort of video on how these things work and the benefits of them, in the near future. So just stay tuned. Thank you, Vibrant, for sending these out. We'll have probably about 4 or 5 of these on the car. I believe it's 4. 5 is probably a little too much, but we're excited for it. The next thing, this is the cutter. You need that to cut the Vibrant hoses so you can get a clean cut. And again, I mentioned the tape before. You put the tape on the line and then you cut it with that. Again, this box is another assortment of fittings, probably Dash 8 or 6, because we do need a lot of those for the fuel lines. But that's what they are. It's just a bunch of fittings. And again, they put them in the box so that there's just not too many of them flying around, All right, so what do we got next? Nice. I remember this big box. This is our straight titanium tubing for the charge piping system. We got about 4 of them, just in case we needed extra and just in case, future projects or anything like that. But they sent us over 4 of them. And again, it's going to be 2.5 inches. So similar to the AMS ones that are on the car, I believe, the amount of power that the car will be making. Yeah, I don't need anything wider or anything, you know what I mean? Anything in bigger circumference. So 2.5 titanium tubing. Again, I can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store for you guys. And with that, guys, the unboxing has come to an end. I just want to say thank you to Vibrant. We really appreciate it. Art, Melanie, thank you so much. Roberto from Exiting Dotson, thank you so much for connecting us. We truly appreciate you guys' faith in us.